Yes, it is your antenna, it's your organic antenna to dive into who you are. That is really keeping humanity stuck in the third dimensional frequency matrix reality, or what we call the artificial time frame. Oxygen expands into energy, and energy turns into light. Imagine or feel entering a little deeper into your own internal field. It is down to the mastery of the Lyrans. It is a beautiful dimensional infusion, and now moving into complete integration. And my name is Viviane Chauvet. As the DB introduced me, I represent directly the Arcturian delegation. And how do I know this? Even as a child, I have clear memories of coming back, returning to Gaia in first my Arcturian original form, and how the Council of Arcturus and a Council of Elders, we have chosen to bring one of our ambassador in a holographic physical form on the planet, given the fact that Gaia was entering one of the highest probability for her reascension timeline. And what it means to us reascending is simply looking at a civilization or a species like the human race and this planet known as Gaia, and to see that you have finally entered the space of returning to your original space or your original celestial self. And so reascending for us is being able to help you remembering and rekindling the full potential of who you are. This is why there's so many star seeds on the planet. How many of you feel in your heart that you are a star seed? Yes, I can see all the way to behind the camera. So star seed, what does it mean? Soul emanation of a being that comes from another star systems, galaxies. You're representing the frequencies of another group consciousness. And so you're bringing in these frequencies in this human form onto the planet to stabilize the new Earth template and to bring in, finally, the reascending timeline of Gaia. But today, what we're going to explore together, of all the topics we can choose, it's called the Light DNA Geometric Frequency Activation. We have chosen to delve more into the DNA template as an evolving, conscious, organic part of your blueprint, because when we work with the humanoid template, we noticed that there's new light codes or frequency that are entering the DNA template for humanity. And what it means is that the humanoid template is returning to remembering its celestial self. And it's going to ignite different encoding within you and allowing also the activation of who you are. So in other words, you're naturally shifting from a third dimensional linear illusionary time construct to a higher holographic multidimensional construct. So what we are looking at is shifting out of the 12 base artificial time construct into a 13 base, more organic universal time frame. And today we're going to do directly, with everyone's permission, when we're going to open the holographic field, we're going to do a reawakening. We call it a reawakening rather than an activation because it brings in back into the really fabric of your codons the memory field that is within you. It helps you to release the pathway of the new framework that is coming in for the advancement of the human race and allowing you to connect as organic antenna of communication directly into your field. So in other words, it is time that your full cosmic and universal memories be restored. You feel that? Yes, it is time for this. Yes. And by doing that, as you're allowing the evolvement of your DNA strand to release the recording of everything it remembers, whether it's all the genetic of the galactic codes that you carry within you, it's what aspect of galactic genetic codes are you going to need to allow to fulfill what your soul purpose is, and what aspect of these genetic codes or this galactic memories imprint will no longer serve the next level of your blueprint. And we're going to go deeper into the holographic activation today, or the reawakening. Once we open the field, you're going to see, you're going to feel it. It's going to be experiential. We're only giving you some of the baseline. We're going to go deep today together. We feel that by going into an activation together, not only you can to experience the majestic beauty, the presence of the Arcturian, we're going to bring a sacred trinity of connections today with the Andromedan, the Arcturians, and the Lyrans. And then what I'm going to be talking on Friday, my second workshop, with the Mayan, then we're going to bring the ancient Syrian Arcturian healing matrix. Yes, to honor our Syrian brothers and sisters. We're going to do that on Friday, and there's a purpose why we do it at the end of our journey, because everything we're about to experience, not only through multitude of talks and activations and panels, but also the excursion, the shores. We're going to be boots on the ground, connecting with the Mayans, the temples, the grids. We're going to be boots on the ground, reactivating within ourselves very ancient lineage of connections. So imagine talking about the implication of what the Mayan timelines is really about. We're going to activate that Syrian Arcturian energetic matrix. I'm going to bring the pure Trinity with the Andromedan, the Lyran, and the Arcturian together, right into the holographic field of your DNA. It is done by you and by the power of who you are, and we'll guide you to that. So, looking at the DNA from a quantum field or a quantum perspective, it's about understanding the trigger points or the old trauma that still exists within your DNA, and allowing all of your body structures, including your brain, to shift from a 3D processor to a more of an intelligent interface or a receiver of ancient frequencies and plasma energy coming in. Imagine allowing your brain receiving on a quantum level the next level of frequency that comes in, and allowing that in your body to take place. So you're moving out of the old 3D mental construct that is really keeping humanity stuck in the third dimensional frequency matrix reality, or what we call the artificial time frame. And you're shifting out into a more higher mental, heart, synergy, soul connection that fully activate the framework of the humanoid template. In that humanoid template, of course, we have to work with the Lyrans, because the Lyrans, they are the guardians of the original template, the original archives for the humanoid template. That's why we're going to bring them today into our ancestry and onto our reconnection. And of course, we honor the presence of many other delegations, many powerful groups that we honor. We're going to bring that triangle of energies today. So going back to your DNA, you can feel in your body that is the great connector. It's the expression between your physical self and your energetic self. It brings that set of instructions that your higher part of yourself or aspect of your cosmic self utilize as a way to connect and as a way to translate these information or these frequencies directly into your own field. So we're going to be working with the quantum DNA aspect of who you are. And I don't use a lot of slides because I prefer that you have your attention to what we're going to do together. To us, this is a distraction. We're just doing a placeholder, a visual. We're going to stay focused on what we're going to do together. So, just quickly. Just in a nutshell. I'm looking at a DNA conscious repair in terms of reawakening, the quantum field, the higher refined frequency we're moving into, and how these higher refined frequencies are shifting us into a new geometric pattern. We see that in your DNA. New sound frequency coming in, new tone, new light structures, and how these frequencies are going to bring in the next level of the framework for the human race and Gaia. So this is just in summary, what we're going to be exploring and what we're going to do together today. So we're observing from a state of deep awareness that you're going to be going into a dimensional infusion, and that in dimensional infusion bring a higher form of integration. We have one important question to ask. Do we have your permission today, when we establish the holographic field, to really bring in this trinity of the Andromedan, Arcturian, Lyran, and go deep into that reawakening of the new conscious DNA template? Yes, it is your antenna, it's your organic antenna to dive into who you are. And it's also your conscious DNA that allows you to unlock all the potential. You can read your Akashic record. You can understand your own galactic origin. You can tap into the Hall of Records. You can remember the multidimensional aspect of who you are in the multiverse as well as in multi-lifetimes. It's all encoded within you. So we talk about you as the most powerful technology there is. Your body is designed that way. And we would love to support you with the presence of so many beautiful beings who's coming through me right now to bring you these frequencies and this powerful activation. Activation for us, it's a reawakening to bring you back naturally, the pathway, the pathology, the pathway that brings you back into the core of who you are. And since we have your permission, we're going to do this together. Yes. Yes, we're going to do that together. So, we're going to go into the deep dive into this right now. We're going to open the field and going into the deep dive into the activation. All right, so thank you for closing your eyes. Make yourself comfortable. As much as you can, feet on the ground. If you are in a lotus position, it's perfectly fine. We always recommend that you are allowing your energy to flow. We're going to invoke today also sacred new structures or holographic divine structures. We're going to bring also the energy of the founders into our beautiful space together today. And as we're entering the field of our consciousness, we invite you to feel and breathe to the grace of the gateway of your heart center. Imagine or feel entering a little deeper into your own internal field, taking several deep, expanding breaths. Just allow the movement of your lungs expanding with more oxygen. To first acknowledging the inner chi within your body and your bloodstream with this flow of deep oxygen. Oxygen expand into energy, and energy turns into light. Just feel with each breath that you take, you are bringing in the universal prana, pure light frequencies into your body, opening to your crown chakra down to your spine. We're going to open the energy matrix of your spine as a conduit, breathing down to also to your sacrum, sacred place of divine union, to bring your divine self with the human experience of your who you are. And to feel the energy moving also to your tailbone as in an antenna. Your tailbone is a receiver and a transmitter of frequency that comes from the earth or the energy grids of Gaia. Transmit these energy down to your beautiful heart center, and from your heart it expands back to the universe. Just allow your physical conduit to become clear, energetic transmitters and receivers. It starts to awaken deep into the DNA remembrance field of your genetic galactic origins. To feel that within you, you contain so much genetic material from many groups. You are part of what's called the Earth is part of the star family group. And allowing these roots within yourself to connect and to truly feel how much you are interconnected. Whether it's recognizing also some of your natural experience with star beings, celestial beings, ascended masters, the etheric temples, to feel the memory also of ancient civilizations still coexisting within you, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, ancient Egypt, even the energy of the remembrance of ancient libraries like Alexandria, the Library of Alexandria in Egypt. These libraries or sacred archives are encoded within you in the form of geometric pattern or light structures. These structures brings you back to the memory of the wholeness of the founders. So take a moment to feel as you're breathing, allowing yourself to expand within your own sacred archives, to return you to the energy of the founders. They are very ancient beings, and they're the one who brought in the humanoid template. To feel the connections to your ancient roots that goes beyond your earthly incarnations. Returning to the energy of the founders help to heal and remove any form of illusions, veils, blockages, illusions of separation, and fragmentation within you. The energy of the founders reactivate the sacred divine pathway that brings you back to what's called a wholeness, to all there is. It returns you to the spectrum of the pure white light. That white light is a placeholder. It's an energetic, intelligent conduit that brings in all the fractals and the rays of light throughout creation back to the whole there is. And right now, as we naturally connect, we invite you to feel the reawakening of this sacred pathway within you, allowing your inner tree of life to expand to new aspect. It is no longer human or galactic or angelic. It represents all there is. You're returning in the point of creation. Just feel that energy, the pathway of returning to the point of creation. And with the winter solstice coming through, we reactivate the inner spark that we know as the fire of creation. We're going to utilize the pathway of the fire of creation as a spark that ignites the entire pathway within you and your DNA. So let's just keep reading, allowing within you this shifting. You're moving out of this third dimensional linear construct. You're no longer a physical body. You're returning to the original energies of the founders, and the founders are part of creation. So we invite you now to feel right deep into your heart center and your crystalline core of empowerment and universal connection within your solar plexus, this spark, beautiful fire energy of creation. That spark also going to expand and divide itself into multitude fractals of light. Each fractal within a spark of the fire of creation contains genetic codes. Each code represents a new geometric pattern aspect or a new structural aspect. It contains the design of the original founders for the humanoid template within this part of creation. And Gaia is part of the physical creation. It is where soul comes to learn from their experience. They come to experience fractals and fragmentation. They come to learn from physicality and experience. Just feel that energy gently moving through you, redesigning the meaning of polarity, fragmentation, physicality, allowing these gateways of experiences to heal profoundly within you. Just keep breathing as we're expanding our field a little bit higher, deeper, expanding the gateway of your consciousness. We are moving beyond space and time. We are returning to a point of sharing the energy of the fire of creation right with the founders. Just take a deep breath. Just allow the pathway to reawaken within you. The pathway as a multitude of structures. Think of it as a complex highway of light with a multitude of branches. And each branch become a beautiful, intergalactic, cosmic, universal, interweave strand of DNA. So imagine the pathway reconnecting directly into the quantum field of your DNA. And take a look, feel you going deeper into this inner creation, going to follow the spark of creation right into the configuration of your own DNA. And as you are connecting to the configuration of your DNA, we're going to now activate the sacred Trinity of the Arcturians, Andromedans, and Lyran energies. We are bringing this Trinity of complete integration and holding the space with you to bring Arcturian energies, Andromedan, and Lyrans right here, right now, just to feel in your space that beautiful energy, helping you to go deeper into your heart and the holographic aspect of your DNA. I'm going to invite you to feel the new vibrational codes. Each code has a specific light spectrum to go deep into your DNA, allowing you to feel what aspect of frequency do I wish to manifest, to hold in my evolving, reawakening light DNA structure. What new frequencies am I ready to realign myself to allow this evolving DNA template within myself? Just feel, connect. It is a time to really reawaken the complete highest potential that is within you. And through the projection of the new frequencies entering your DNA template and the quantum DNA memory field, we invite you to connect also to the cosmic gateway coming through. This interdimensional gateway reopening to bring in the new refined frequencies back to the planet, back into your body, deep into the pathway of the fire of creation, and how it naturally restructures how your DNA is evolving. Just feel for a moment to connect to that beautiful light structures. Can you perceive tones, vibration? Are you allowing yourself to bring in new light spectrum and color frequencies? Allowing also to the presence of the solar council to bring in the plasma light, the solar plasma light that ignite naturally and organically the changes, the metamorphosis within you. And to supporting you to do this today, we're going to invoke a much higher divine order of light to bring healing. Healing, it's a remembrance of your perfection within you. It brings back the alignment of what is already whole and perfect. Balance, new cosmic universal balance with more stability and consistency. To bring harmonization. Harmonization means to bring in the new structures of light and the framework to allowing the human template to evolve and re-evolve again into a higher celestial template. And to feel within your entire being that you are bringing in the next level of human being, the framework, the blueprint of the new advanced ascended human being. You may be feeling it's an aspect of your future self that coexists into your now. So let us feel and align today that I am welcoming the new blueprint for the human race within my body, within my DNA template, the quantum field of my DNA. And I'm welcoming aspect of my future self to come through into the now as the next activate blueprint. Just feel that for a moment, allow yourself to align. Remember, self-worth is implied. You are a divine being. It is through your I am presence and the entire spectrum of your being. And within the Trinity, with the Arcturian, the Andromedan, and the Lyrans, we're going to bring 5 levels of life structures corresponding to the higher spectrum of the 5th dimensional frequencies. We're going to begin now by the first structure of light to bring harmony between your divinity and the human aspect of your journey. Just feel within you, I am welcoming now the first level of the light structure. I bring the frequencies of the first level of the light structure to re-harmonize within myself, the divine infinite aspect of my being with my human self, and allowing these two aspects to come in sacred union, allowing your physical body and your living aura to represent this harmonized aspect of you between your infinite self and your human expression. This is the first light structure. Just feel the integration as we also here to supporting you. And as you keep breathing deeply within the holographic field, maintained by the Arcturian and the Andromedan and the Lyrans, we're going to bring now the second light structure. It is the complete interface of the higher mental mind and the leadership of your heart. This is the second level of the light structure coming in form of new expression. There's new geometry around this that is evolving beyond the flower of life, that is evolving beyond the symbols that you have received. We're moving into a new structural aspect of light expression. The second level bring naturally this higher conscious, higher mental heart leadership interface. Just breathe into it, allowing to become a part of you in the second level, amplified by the sacred Trinity of three ancient intergalactic group consciousness. Beautiful. I'm going to bring now the third light structure level. This one return onto Gaia and into our heart and our own structure, the complete balance between the divine supreme archetypes of the prime creator, expressed as the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies. We ask today to the third light structure, the complete restoration of the prime creator archetypal energies onto the planet, deep into the grids, all the way to the ocean grids, within myself, in all aspect on the multi-lifetimes level, the complete harmony and balance between these sacred archetypes, embracing the divine feminine aspect and the divine masculine aspect of my being. We also ask the sisterhood and the brotherhood of light to help us to bring in the sacredness and the union of these archetypal energies back to the planet. And as you do so, we're going to move now into the fourth light structure that bring also complete harmony between your worldly self, meaning is the projection of that part of yourself into the world, with your higher self. Releasing any form of disconnect, discrepancies, reflecting also into your body, your heart, your expression, into your living aura. We are bringing through the fourth light structure the complete harmony between my worldly self and my higher self. And allowing also the expertise of the Arcturian with the Andromedan language to come through, anchored by the Lyrans. Beautiful. Just keep breathing deeply. We're going to bring now the fifth light structure that bring your higher heart and your heart leadership into complete union, complete oneness. My heart expression and my higher heart, the timeless chakra, are returning in oneness. This is the very center part of your mastery, the path of realignment and remembering your pathway to reascension. Reascension implies a return to higher form. You're remembering yourself in higher form. You're no longer abiding by the experience of physical polarity, fragmentation, and linear time. We invite you to feel deeply within you the implication of this deep transformation on the fifth level of the light structure. And we're going to ask now the beautiful Master Lyrans to activate the Trinity of perfect integration. So we're going to move to dimensional infusion into complete integration. So we're going to hold a space together with the Lyrans to bring in the secret aspect of the Trinity, to bring the divine polarity of negativity, positivity, returning to complete 0 point or divine neutrality, and bring the divine dimensional infusion of light through all the five light structures, becoming one with your being. In your new body template, the upgrade of the humanoid template, and your light DNA template as well. It is down to the mastery of the Lyrans, to this beautiful dimensional infusion, and now moving into complete integration. And by doing so, you're allowing all aspects of you to return into highest purpose. And to feel, I now invoke all aspects of fractals of myself from any timeline, any multiverse, any dimensional aspect, to return into unity, consciousness, oneness, to serve my highest purpose. Allowing to unlock keys of encoded information, instructions within your body, including for self-healing, rejuvenation, cellular balance, and to be able to read and decode the language of your DNA and the language of your soul. Just feel these structures of light coming to you. Your higher self is also redesigning, along with the Andromedan, the perfect blueprint for you. We ask the same for Gaia, to support multi-species evolution along with the human race, and returning Gaia to higher universal space or higher dimensional space. Beautiful. And now through your I Am presence, we're going to affirm, I now consciously access the ancient archives within my DNA, in my quantum DNA memory field. I easily attune and remember aspects of my galactic ancestry. I honor the diversity of dimension and genetic connections in my DNA structures. And by honoring the dimensions and the genetic connections within my DNA, I ask today that only the highest form of these genetic galactic connections remain, and when I no longer need to hold in my field, including from my ancestors, ancient lineages, ancient civilizations, and any aspect of the earth historical archives, I release them back to Supreme Source for transmutation. It is returned to the Great Hall of Records. It is still part of my Soul Akashic Records. It is no longer an active part of my new light DNA structure. Just take a deep breath into it and release. And with the Arcturians, we are masters of healing. We also bring the gentleness of our soul essence. So we're connecting gently to you now, to your heart, to help you to rebalance yourself, releasing any physical symptoms, emotional pendulum swings, and mental uncertainty. Just allow yourself to connect with us in a true essence of our being, allowing yourself to really enjoy this expansive energy within you. With ease and divine grace, it is an honor for us to exchange our soul energy with you in our holographic light structure. We're here in our presence, our light presence. Many, many beings recognize the Arcturian frequencies. It comes to us to help us to evolve, heal, and shift into higher octaves of light. Beautiful. And now with the Andromedans, they come to bring you into a higher mental construct where the complex light language become a placeholder within your field so you can integrate these frequencies. The Andromedan with downloads with your permission to your heart will upgrade your field with a transmission of light language into your field. Instead of sound, it is a series of encoded geometric structure. Beautiful configuration of light that represent the Andromedan light language, helping also into your abstract field that coexists with your body, memory, field, and intelligence. Just allow right now the transmission of the Andromedan encoded light language, also speaking to your DNA, allowing you to evolve and feel the energy shifting in a whole different level. Beautiful. Just keep breathing into it. And each aspect of the Andromedan light language is also a beam of light. It is a light of frequencies. And today within the Trinity, we invite you to step outside of that 12-base artificial timeline. Allow yourself to remember again the pathway of the fire of creation. And to feel, even within your solar plexus, that this fire of creation is truly a part of you. Something ancient has been reignited. So we invite you to also tune in to this spark of fire of creation within you, and to allow yourself to be in that beautiful, natural, evolving cosmic gateway coming to the planet. We are supporting you to help to readjust yourself, to receive the higher refined frequencies returning to Gaia, to the great central sun, and to the solar plasma light. Gaia is shifting into a new dimensional space. And also open your field to connect to the presence of many intergalactic groups. They invite you to feel and readjust your vibrational state to connect with them. It ignites a new protocol of connections with each other, helping you to stay into a higher state of vibrational energies. And as you're returning to your heart, imagine the beating heart connecting to your DNA. And with the transmission you have received from the Sacred Trinity, imagine within your DNA archives declaring that now this fire of creation has returned. I am returning to the point of originations. I am returning to the point of creation. And I am a living pathway for that creation. I am a living pathway for that creation. And ask your DNA consciousness, its intelligence, to reveal, to feel, to reveal to you more and more what new structure is coming in. So let's take a deep breath through your heart and release. We're going to maintain the holographic field open. We're going to now, with the Arcturians, going to stay with you in the room to help you integrate And gently just see and feel that all of your consciousness is returning in complete alignment within your body, connecting to your feet. Let's open the energy grids of your feet. Let's expand. And allowing yourself to really return refreshed, balanced. And as you are in your body, connect to this fire of creation within you with the intention it has become a part of you now. Let's take another deep breath and release. Yes, beautiful. And now gently in 3, 2, and 1, you can open your eyes. And let's return here and the now. Yes, let's take the time to feel. How about we stand on our feet for a moment? I'm already up anyway. So let's stand on your feet for a moment. Let's just stretch, feel the energy. Yes, harmonizing with the movement of the ocean that we feel, connecting to you. Yes, connecting to your field. Thank you. Ah, beautiful. Ah, yes. How's everybody doing? You can now gently sit down. We've got about 10-ish minutes together. I want to take the time to bring some understanding of what took place. When we opened the Trinity field with the Andromedan, the Lyrans, and the Arcturians, each of these group consciousness are really brought in a really deep aspect of frequencies. How many of you felt that the room became really warm, like we were burning like sunshine? It's a good sign. Everything that we do, even though it feels chilly or the room temperature is comfortable at first, it's going to exponentially expand. The level of frequency, what we have done in this room together, huge. So just to give you a summary, that what you just received, it's a light DNA geometric frequency reawakening. It's a mouthful, but it is. That's what they told me. It's a light DNA geometry frequency reawakening. It is more powerful to us than an activation. Activation is a big umbrella. You can have 50 activations. Every time it's going to awake an aspect of you and a space and time. Thank you. The reawakening is igniting a more ancient pathway of remembrance. And that's why it's important is to re-tap into that remembrance. The Trinity that we form today integrate pure level of integration. The Lyrans brought in the golden light of harmonic energies, and they brought in an aspect directly from the original archives. I close my eyes to open my third eye into the holographic field, and I can see the council of Lyrans, the master keepers, the sacred guardians, who are the ones protecting and maintaining the frequencies, the balance of this original library for the humanoid template. And we know that the Lyrans went through a lot in their history. We know about the great conflict with the Draconians and all of this. It was all about this beautiful humanoid template. You also bathed with the Arcturian light frequencies that you receive. We share our soul essence with you. We connected with your heart energy. That's part of what the Arcturians we do. We radiate, we exhume that beautiful energies. And you receive also the code of consciousness from Andromeda directly with the Andromedan and their light language. You may say, well, I felt the energy. I was unaware. I was receiving all of it. Now you know. So we want to decode really much into more simple terms, really much the complexity of what just took place. What will happen is that you will continue to keep these code of consciousness in that Trinity that took place today in the light DNA geometric activations or reawakening. It is becoming part of your new blueprint. So wherever you are on your journey, it's going to propel you naturally, organically to the next level. And this is really much in preparation for the next gateway coming through. 2025, 2026 is a time to realize the purpose of this third dimensional, polarized, and fragmented reality. He has taught everyone on the planet the meaning of feeling what it is like to forget, being in this body, and reconnecting to the pathway to creation. So fear, in reality, became a catalyst of movement and activation. There's no need to fear or to want to step away from fragmentation, polarization. Is understand it. Recognizing what fragmentation really means, it reconnecting you to the original aspect of the founders. And this is why we call it an aspect of fire of creation. That fire of creation is a spark, right? Imagine that spark. It is a fragment of that original fire. You with me? A big flame of creation. A fractal of it is within you. It may be considered as a fragmentation. However, it has a different meaning from what we're experiencing here in this reality. Fragmented means that we polarize, the pendulum swing, black and white, good and bad, cold and hot. What if there's a multitude of multidimensional shade of grays in between that reconnect the pathway to your divine remembrance? When you start remembering deeply who you are, all of these fractals or fragmented experience become a piece of a puzzle that reconnects you to a greater design. And that is part of what we are going to reinitiate. So whether it's through different part of ascension practice, meditation, is our re-understanding, the decoding. What was the purpose for my soul to learn from having a physical separate body from everyone, and to be able to remembering these fractals of light within you as the instructions, the pathway that brings you back. Back to where? Is simply back returning to a place of unification, all there is. This is the reflection of where the new template is moving through. So we are shifting from this isolated, free, fragmented mental construct to a more uniform, conscious, super consciousness configuration, and we returning to embrace and say, I welcome the sum of all of my fractals of light. It becomes who I am. And this way you reactivate the pathway of the full spectrum of your being. Did you feel that? So we are releasing the attachments or the entanglements that polarization and fragmentation teach us. We are returning. Imagine within you thousands of fractals of light. Each has an encoding, a pathway, an experience, an understanding, a consciousness, like your cells, trillions of cells. What if those trillions of cells, the purpose of them is also to help you remembering the wholeness that you carry, the whole pathway of creation within you. Then you can explore what soul aspect of ancestry you bring in. For example, in this lifetime, I choose to serve the Prime Creator as an Arcturian ambassador. In fact, part of our roles, we're going to be writing new protocols of interconnection, how to really connect and maintain relationship with intergalactic beings. But in this lifetime, I understand that a fractal of myself as my Arcturian avatar self came through this physical form or this engineer form, because my physical body was engineered by the Arcturians' advanced ET technology, along with Andromedans, by the way. But I understood that it was a fractal of myself that will be returning into this form to be of service. This is how I choose to serve. So when you're looking at the pathway within you, you start to understand even through your body, the body circuitry, your adrenals, everything, your electromagnetic field, everything in you is connecting you to the grand design that you are. And that design coexists within the pathway of creation. And this is what we're returning to. So when you're looking at polarization on the planet, the soul from Orion or the negative Syrians and those who have come to really experiencing the polarity of negativity, what they want to understand, what they want to know is that their journey matters. They want to be recognized. They need to be healed. They want to reunite again within the second triangle of the Lyran's integration back to the wholeness. They are afraid that they will return to non-existence. It's fear of non-existence that motivates them. Did you know that? And you can see that on the planet through ancient temples, structures. I read that on the walls in Egypt. It's all written on the walls of many temples in Egypt. It's the fragmentation, the polarization, the fear that took place on this planet. We are now here to return into that wholeness. So whatever you are exploring, whether it's DNA, whether it's your cosmic archives, who I come from, where I come from. Well, if you ask a being, where am I from? What the answer you think will be. You come from Prime Creator, you are creation. What you want to know is what soul aspect of my galactic cosmic ancestry did I bring as an influence to supporting my life mission here? That's the question you need to ask. Not where am I from originally, because you're going to receive the same answer. You come from Prime Creator, you are divine. But if you want to understand what fragment of my being that I bring as a branch of influence within my cosmic galactic tree, now you'll get the answers. Oh, Andromedan, Lyrans, you come from the Mantis, you are this, you that. Now you understand how to utilize these branches to understand the fragment of you in this lifetime and what is your purpose. Does that make more sense that way? You're readjusting the pathway, even the neural pathway, opening your brain now become an interface of receiving these answers.